If you know who you are, you won't hurt yourself. Hello, welcome to my little series of talks on non-dual spirituality, where I'm going through qualities that naturally occur when a person wakes up and knows who they are. So every one of these qualities, when you think about it, are just totally obvious. And this one here is very obvious. If you know who you are, you're not going to hurt yourself because you're going to understand yourself and you're going to be yourself, and you're not going to be lost in illusions that make you do weird, crazy stuff. This is one of the biggest problems we really have right now, is that people really hurt themselves a lot. Probably most of your real big problems are self-generated. This is one of the reasons why they say that enlightenment is stepping beyond suffering, because the most of the suffering that we endure is suffering that we cause to ourselves. So many things, like a big one is not being able to live up to the ideals that we've been told of what we're supposed to be. That one can be very painful because it's really impossible to live up to all those goals. And we do make mistakes that are genuine mistakes. But then often we make a mistake and then we just beat ourselves up afterwards. And for years, going back through all the litany of terrible things we've done. So much of the pain we cause on ourselves is self-inflicted. And a lot of it is, I have to say greed, but that's not a very popular word. We don't tend to think that we have greed, but we have so many very small little greeds, things that we're after that either are unhealthy to get and achieve or impossible to get and achieve. The thing about these little greeds, and big greed too, is that you can always want more. It's never enough to the critical mind. Nobody is ever good enough for anybody else. No job is ever good enough. No moment of happiness is ever good enough, right? Because it goes away. So we spend so much time harming ourselves. When you know who you are, you're way less likely to harm yourself. You're very likely to make mistakes because mistakes are just a part of life. But harming yourself through either unrealistic desires or outright beating yourself up is not likely to happen if you know who you are. And good news, when you know who you are, you actually do get quite a bit smarter because you have so much more attention that can just stay in the here and the now. So you're much less likely to hurt yourself if you're aware and sharp and right on it, right? So, how do you know who you are? You are you. You don't want to admit it, that's all. You're nothing. There's not a whole lot really going on inside. And if you can accept that and just look in briefly with no expectations, you'll see that there is just this vast, beautiful nothingness that you're participating in. And it's also everythingness. And then you can step into who is experiencing this. That simple little point of awareness is you.